Richard Mateo. Batting ninth, third baseman, number 3, Tyler Rich. And pitching today for the Tigers, number 29, Victor Edwards. And now the lineup for your Trinity Baptist Eagles. Leading off, the third baseman, number 6, Bobina. Batting second, the center fielder, number 25, John Shiver. Batting third, the left fielder, number 14, TJ Lanning. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 30, Richard Rick. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 33, Gabby Pedraza. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 2, AJ Alexio. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 13, Kevin Rivera. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 4, Brian Lopez. And batting ninth, doing the catching, number 19, David Hall. Coming now for your Eagles today, number 5, Matt Carter. Please stand for our national anthem.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of Trinity Baptist College as we get set for the first of a 3-game series between the Trinity Baptist College Eagles and Jacksonville's very own Edward Waters Tigers. I'm Ray Bureau bringing you the action, Dean Bureau working the camera. And there you see the Eagles are on the field. We thank our PA man, Michael Kohick, for bringing us starting lineups for this afternoon, and in case you missed those, we'll get those to you once again. Leading off for the Tigers in center field, Brian Rodriguez. Batting second at second base, Juan Brockamond. Batting third at shortstop, Jordan Ponchas. Cleanup hitter, left fielder Miguel Beltre. Batting fifth at first base, Carlos Cabrera. Batting sixth is the designated hitter, Jacob Frankie. Batting seventh behind the plate, Alberto Rivera. Batting eighth in right field, Richard Mateo. And the third baseman bats ninth, that is Tyler Rich. Around the outfield and infield for the Eagles, in left field, TJ Lanning. John Shiver is in center, Gabby Pedraza in right. Jacob Molina manning the hot corner, AJ Alexo at short, Kevin Rivera at second base, Richard Ruth at first, and David Hall behind the plate. And there you see Matt Carter warming up, getting ready to get things started. The wind is blowing in very hard from straightaway center field right towards home plate, so it's going to be tough to get the ball out of here. It's blowing about 17 miles per hour, gusts closer to 20. There are some spots where the wind does calm down. Hitters are going to have to pick that right spot to have a chance to get one out of here today. Other than that, it is a beautiful Friday afternoon, mid-70s, partly cloudy skies, bright sunshine here at Trinity Baptist College, and Matt Carter on the mound, Brian Rodriguez stepping in, and we are underway with the first pitch in there for a strike. Carter winds and delivers, and he gets ahead of the first man. No balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez hitting .297 on the season. No homers, 3 runs batted in. First pitch is down in the dirt, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Tigers come into today's ball game with an overall record of 14-12. They are members of the NAIA Association of Independent. The 1-2 from Carter misses just a bit outside. They have won 7 consecutive ball games and 9 out of their last 12. So Edward Waters on a roll, and the Eagles playing some good baseball themselves as this one is fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trinity Baptist a record of 11-18 overall, but they have won 5 out of their last 7, including a 3-game sweep of Johnson University of Tennessee earlier this week, and they've won 7 of their last 10 ball games. Carter with the 2-2, chopper towards Rivera, charging in hard, tough play, flip to first, not in time. Infield single for Rodriguez. Very slow chopper. Rivera did all he could. By the time he got to the ball and was able to flip it, Rodriguez had beat it out for a base hit. Second baseman Juan Bracamont at the plate with a runner at first and nobody out. .250 on the season. First pitch hit hard, foul. .250, no homers, 6 runs batted in for the Tigers' second baseman. Good hustle by Brian Rodriguez. He's aboard at first. Waiting in the hole, Jordan Pontius. He's followed by Miguel Beltre. Throw to first, runner is back. Congratulations to Team USA, 8-0 over Puerto Rico to win the 2017 World Baseball Classic. That pitch is in there for a strike, and Carter ahead once again, 0-2. So Team USA winning that tournament for the first time. Took down the then undefeated Puerto Rico team. And they're bringing home the trophy, and all players heading back to their major league camps. This pitch is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Juan Bracamont at the plate. Throw to first. A little closer this time, but Rodriguez is back. Runner goes. Pitch is down and away. Good throw by Hall, and it is in time. Stolen base attempt unsuccessful for Brian Rodriguez, and Hall threw a laser beam to A.J. Alexo at second base. So 1 away, the base is empty, and a count of 2-2 on Juan Bracamont. The 2-2, a breaking ball hit high in the left field. Lanning has to battle the wind, comes in a few steps and puts it away for out number 2. A high fly ball anywhere on the field of play today could pose some problems, as that wind, as we said, blowing in hard, about 17 miles per hour, consistently gusting up harder than that and calming down at times. So it's, not 100% consistent, and it can make things tough on both the infielders and the outfielders. Shortstop Jordan Pontius at the plate for Edward Waters College. First pitch, a breaking ball fouled off to the right side. Pontius enjoying a terrific season, batting .404 with 7 runs batted in. He is 19 out of 47. And the pitch is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, these stats courtesy of DACStats.com as of checking on that this morning. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch is low and outside. 3 balls and a strike to Pontius. Got started a couple of minutes early, so in case you missed it, Brian Rodriguez led off with an infield hit. This one's a high fly in the left field. Lanning charging in, has to come in further as the wind knocks it down, but he hangs with it. and that'll retire the side. We were saying Rodriguez had an infield single, but he was thrown out trying to steal. Brockamon and Pontius have both flown out to left. Half of an inning has gone by. Edward Waters nothing. The Eagles coming to bat. Quick inning for Matt Carter in the top of the first. He gave up a hit, but the caught stealing erased Rodriguez. Carter got the next two men to fly out to Lanning in left field. Jacob Bellino will lead things off for the Eagles. He's at third base. John Shiver, the center fielder, bats second. TJ Lanning in left, batting third. Richard Ruth is the cleanup man. He is batting fourth. Playing first base, Jeremy Rivera unavailable both today and tomorrow. He had some family issues he had to take care of, so he has flown up to New York, but he should join the Eagles as they hit the road after tomorrow's doubleheader. Right fielder Gabby Pedraza bats fifth. AJ Alexo's at short, hitting sixth. Kevin Rivera, the second baseman, bats seventh. Brian Lopez is a designated hitter. He will bat eighth, and catcher David Hall rounds out the Eagles' batting order. On the mound for Edward Waters College, number 29, Richard Edwards, who comes into today's ball game with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, and an earned run average of 2.45. He has pitched 14 2/3 innings. He has allowed 4 earned runs, and his batting average against is .241. So good start to the season for Richard Edwards. Jacob Bellino, the Eagles shortstop, leads things off. Bottom of the first, no score. Bellino ready. Edwards getting ready to deliver his first pitch of the ball game. And it is drilled into right field in a high hopper over the head of Brockamon, and that's a base hit for Bellino. Wasting no time swinging the bat. Hit it hard. It looked like it was headed into right field anyway, but that high hop secured the base hit for the speedy Jacob Bellino. John Shiver in center field. We saw him handle the bat very well against Johnson University. Some clutch hitting, laying down the sacrifice bunt. Jacob Bellino stole 4 or 5 bases during that 3-game set against Johnson. Shiver lays it down. Edwards looks, throws to first, and a sacrifice bunt. 1 away, but it does put the runner in scoring position. Left fielder TJ Lanning at the plate. Jacob Bellino led things off with a single into right. He just advanced to second on the sac bunt from Shiver. So Lanning with an opportunity to drive in the first run of the ball game. First pitch swinging, chopper towards short. Pontius fields and throws, 2 down. Bellino does take third on the play. There have been 3 pitches and 3 balls put into play. First baseman Richard Ruth at the plate with a runner at third and 2 outs. Ball 1 down in the dirt. Edwards, the 1-0. High fly to the left side and out of play. One ball, 1 strike. First baseman Richard Ruth. Chopped foul, 1-2. Edwards, a senior, 6'2", 160 pounds. Trying to win his third ball game of the season. Ahead in the count, 1-2 on Richard Ruth, and this fastball misses outside. Molina at third, very good speed. A ball gets away, look for him to score. Chopper, fair ball to the first baseman, and play made at first, and that'll retire the side. One hit, runner left stranded at third. After one, we have no score. No score after one full inning, and 4, 5, and 6 coming up for Edward Waters. Miguel Beltre, Carlos Cabrera, Jacob Frankie, and the wind looks like it feels like it's picking up even a little bit more. Nice play by the first baseman Carlos Cabrera on that chopper. Edwards got to the bag, kept the run from scoring, and ended the inning. Left fielder Miguel Beltre leads off here in the top of the second. First pitch from Matt Carter, high fly ball. Wind taking it toward the gap. Shiver and Pedraza, and it will be the right fielder, Gabby Pedraza. So one pitch, one out. And it brings up the first baseman, Carlos Cabrera. He's hitting .308. No homers and 9 runs batted in. Beltre didn't give us a chance to let you know he's hitting .317 before that at bat. So one out, base is empty, and the first pitch, fastball in there for a strike. The 0-1 from Carter, high chopper to Molina. He throws to first. Ruth held the bag and applied the tag anyway just to make sure, but that's out number 2. Carter working very quickly and very efficiently here in the second inning. He's thrown 3 pitches and gotten 2 outs, and now here's a DH, Jacob Frankie. First pitch is up and away. Frankie at 143. No homers, but he's driven in 5 RBIs. And a bouncing ball to Rivera, and another quick at bat. 5 pitches for 3 outs. Tigers go down in order in the second. Bottom half coming up, no score. Bottom of the first, no score. We've been playing for about 17 minutes, and we've already seen 9 outs and 2 hits. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Eagles. Gabby Pedraza, AJ Alexo, Kevin Rivera. Matt Carter threw 5 pitches to get out of the top of the second. 1 to Beltre, 2 each to Carlos Cabrera and Jacob Frankie. Eagles had the first 3 men put the first pitch into play. So both pitchers haven't had to do a whole lot of work just yet. Gabby Pedraza steps up, leading off the bottom of the second. These two teams will hit the field tomorrow afternoon for 2 7-inning ball games in a doubleheader. Edward Waters College, coming from downtown Jacksonville, making the short trip over. And these two teams will meet up again at Edward Waters a little bit later in the season. First pitch to Pedraza, misses low, ball 1. The 1-0, chopped foul off the foot of Ruth, or Gabby Pedraza rather, and it's 1-1. Hit hard right at the second baseman, Brockamon, and easy play to first, 1 away. Pedraza did hit the ball very hard, but unfortunately right at the Tigers' second baseman. So 1 away, brings up the shortstop, AJ Alexo. First pitch on the inside corner for a strike. That 3-game series will take place at Edward Waters April 14th and 15th. Roller towards short, Pontius. Throw in the dirt, but dug out by Cabrera. Nice scoop, and there are 2 away. April 14th at 2 p.m., single 9-inning game and a doubleheader on the 15th, scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. between the Eagles and the Tigers. Kevin Rivera at the plate, 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch, a breaking ball, low and outside. High pop up into right field. And Mateo makes the play to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down go the Eagles, as the Tigers did in the top half. 2 complete innings have gone by, no score. Top of the third coming up. Each team has 1 hit, but nothing else. The leadoff hitter for both the Tigers and the Eagles singled their ways aboard in the first inning. Rodriguez thrown out trying to steal, and Bellina left stranded at third. Top of the third inning, Alberto Rivera, Richard Mateo, and Tyler Rich due up. Carter, 5-pitch second inning, and his first pitch of the third is in there for a strike. Another breaking ball in there, and beautiful pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Rivera hitting .268, no homers, 10 RBIs, and a high pop-up. Pedraza, again battling the wind, but he's there to make a play. can see right there the camera trying to battle the wind as well. Of course, Dean always knows what to do whenever a problem arises. 1 out, base is empty for the right fielder, Richard Mateo. First pitch, fastball, outside, ball 1. 240, no homers, 4 RBIs for Mateo. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Carter working quickly, delivers the 1-1 and fouled back. Ahead in the count now, 1-2. Shout out to my good friend, Josh Jackson. Edward Waters is one of the teams he works for. Play-by-play, PA Mike, as long as Jacksonville University, the Jacksonville Giants. So hello, Josh. Hope you're able to join us. Watching the broadcast today. Fly ball into center field. John Shiver is there. Two down, and after the leadoff single, Carter has retired 7 in a row. Tyler Rich at the plate, hitting 174, no homers and 3 RBIs. Breaking ball misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Number 9 hitter, third baseman Tyler Rich. That fastball a little bit outside, so 2-0. Balls, no strikes. With the 3-0, ball 4. That does break the string of 7 in a row retired by Carter. 2 outs, a runner at first. Top of the order, Brian Rodriguez. Infield single, caught trying to steal in the first inning. Matt Carter, a junior, throws to first. Runner is back. We're saying he's a junior from Eagles View Academy, which is 1 mile away from Trinity. So he didn't have to go far. Making his transition from high school to college. 3rd season with the Eagles under John Copeland, and this fastball is a little bit outside for ball 2. 3rd season in existence for Trinity Baptist College baseball. Ground ball headed toward the hole and into left field for a base hit. So Rodriguez hasn't really hit the ball that hard, but he's found a couple of good spots. Tyler Rich advances to second, 2 on, 2 out for the second baseman, Juan Bracamond. He flew out to landing in left field. His first time up in the first inning. First pitch fouled off. After this weekend series, Edward Waters will head down to Kaiser University April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. High fly ball out of play. Tyler Rich at second, he walked. Rodriguez at first, he singled. Both of those things came with 2 outs, and hard hit foul ball by Bracamond. Didn't miss by much, but it is foul. After that series with Kaiser, Edward Waters will host Thomas University for 3. Doubleheader on April 11th and a single game on the 14th. Line drive down the left field line, but foul. So the count remains no balls, 2 strikes on Bracamond. We mentioned the series at Edward Waters against Trinity Baptist on the 14th and the 15th. And this pitch is up high, ball 1. April 22nd and 23rd, Edward Waters at Voorhees in South Carolina for hosting Southeastern University. That pitch is outside. That Southeastern series, a 2-game set. In fact, that's a doubleheader on April 26th. And this one drilled foul. Count remains 2-2 on Brockamond. And according to DAC Stats, the end of the regular season for Edward Waters, 3-game series at Talladega in Alabama. As the Eagles come up in the bottom half of the inning, I'll let you know what they have coming up next after this series. And the pitch is driven into left field. The wind's carrying that one, and it is a fair ball. Lanning's throw hits the runner headed into third. And Rich scores the first run of the ball game. The wind knocked it down. Lanning could not get to it. That is an RBI single for Juan Brockamond, and the 2-out walk has come around to score. Lanning gave it a terrific effort, but the wind just knocked it down, kept it from reaching the left fielder, and it's 1-0 Edward Waters. Jordan Pontius flew out to left to end the first inning. Line drive down the line. That is a fair ball, and it will score 2. Rodriguez and Brockamond come around. And it's a 3-0 ball game. 2-run single for Pontius. He took second on the throw to the plate. So a runner at second, 2 out. 3 runs are in. Left fielder Miguel Beltre. He flew out to right his first time up. This one misses up high for ball 1. The 1-0, line drive into right field, and a diving catch by Pedraza. He makes the play to end the inning. That would certainly have scored a run and gone 2, maybe 3 bases, but Pedraza, with the Gold Glove style play, retires a side. 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. All of that after the first 2 men were out. We go to the bottom of the third. The Tigers lead 3-0. Edward Waters put 3 runs on the board in their half of the third inning. And as we go to the bottom of the third, Brian Lopez, David Hall, and Jacob Bellina are scheduled for Trinity Baptist College. Well, the Tigers got some help from the wind. We'll see if the wind is just as kind to the Eagles. 2-out walk to Tyler Rich opened the door. Brian Rodriguez, Juan Brockamond, and Jordan Pontius all hit safely afterward. Brockamond drove in 1, Pontius a 2-run single, and it's 3-0 Tigers. Edwards' first pitch misses Down and inside for ball one. Lopez had a big 2-run homer here a few days ago. And the pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. As the Eagles swept a doubleheader and a 3-game series from Johnson University. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. David Hall, the catcher, waits on deck. Ground ball in the hole. Shortstop Pontius over to first, but not in time. Excellent hustle by Lopez. He's one of the many Eagles that have a lot of speed, and he beats that one out. He is aboard. Second hit off of Edwards. David Hall, the catcher, will come up with a runner at first and nobody out. After this 3-game series with the Tigers, Eagles have a JV game scheduled on March 27th against Inspiration Academy. That JV game scheduled for 7 p.m. Tell you more as we get opportunities throughout this inning. Lopez, good hustle on the infield single. Hall at the plate. Squares around, lays down the bunt. He'll get the job done. Cabrera picks it up and applies a tag. Nice job by David Hall. He got the ball right down the line. Absolutely no chance for even a look at second base. Cabrera did the right thing, applied the tag, and Hall very nearly avoided that tag. And if he could have, he would have had himself a base hit. Jacob Molina at the plate. He led off the ball game with a single. Took a nice high hop over Brockamon's head. So Lopez at second. Molina with a chance to drive in a run. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. March 31st and April 1st, the Eagles head up to Toccoa Falls College up in North Georgia. Toccoa took 2 out of 3, and they visited here a couple of weeks ago. Chopper, foul to the right side. They came from behind in both of those wins. Their head coach, Mr. Jeff Milliken, former assistant coach for John Copeland and Trinity Baptist College. No balls, 2 strikes on Molina. Ground ball to the second baseman. Brockamon over to first. He gets the out. Lopez takes third on the play. John Shiver laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first. Another JV game with Inspiration Academy scheduled home game on April 10th. Breaking ball catches the corner. Trinity then plays those 3 games at Edward Waters on the 14th and 15th. Ball 1 misses down and away. Southeastern University is here for 2 on April 18th. The doubleheader starting at 4 p.m. 2 balls and a strike. Couple of JV home games scheduled on April 18th and 20th. Or rather, let's check that, 20th and 24th. Ground ball to short. Pontius over to first, and that'll retire the side. Eagles get the leadoff man aboard on a single. Leave him at third. We've played 3. Edward Waters leads 3-0. We're chuckling here as we go to the top of the fourth. The wind has really picked up, and Dean's umbrella is pretty much destroyed now. He's trying to give himself some shade, but that's not going to happen. At least it's a cool afternoon. The wind is howling, I mean straight in. John Shiver lined up with Matt Carter and David Hall, and the wind is hitting them in the back, and Hall, of course, in the face. First pitch from Carter in the fourth, in there for a strike. Tigers got 3 in the third. That's been all the scoring so far. The 0-1 rolled slowly towards Rivera, took a funny hop on him, and into right field for a base hit. Right side of the field has shown a couple of funny hops already today. Bellina was a beneficiary of one in the first. And that's a base hit for Carlos Cabrera. It was headed right to Rivera's glove. Must have hit the stitching on the ground because it took a quick right turn. And Cabrera is aboard. 4th hit for the Tigers. Jacob Frankie grounded to second his first time up. And a ball called on Carter. Ruth was not on first, and Carter had to stop his motion. And now, after a little discussion, they're going to send the runner back to first. Now, Tigers coach talking things over with the umpire. Call's been changed, saying that Carter did step off the rubber correctly before he made a move toward first. So, Cabrera's back at first. And Jacob Frankie steps back in. First pitch is slapped foul. Base umpire had already sent Cabrera to second. That call was reversed. And a chopper off the foot of Frankie. No balls, 2 strikes. Finish off that Eagles schedule. April 28th and 29th, the Eagles will travel up to Denmark, South Carolina to take on Voorhees College. The NCCAA South Region Tournament will run from May 11th to the 13th. And the NCCAA World Series in Mason, Ohio, May 25th through the 28th. And of course, we hope to see the Eagles playing at the end of May. And this pitch in the dirt gets away from Hall, but not far enough. 1-2 now on Jacob Frankie. Throw to first, runner is back. Carter from the stretch, lifted high in the left field. Lanning over near the alley, and he makes the catch. Lanning has gotten a lot of action already. We're only in the top of the fourth. He's made a few catches. The wind took one away from him. Actually allowed 3 runs to score because the next hitter, Pontius, lined a 2-run single. And the pitch is a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Throw to first, runner is back. Outside. Count even at a ball and a strike. Alberto Rivera at the plate. He flew out to right. Runner goes, swing and a foul ball. Cabrera on the move, got a pretty good jump. Hall's already thrown out 1 runner trying to steal. Hit and run was on, and Alberto Rivera fouled it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carter over to first, a little bit closer, but Cabrera back easily. One, 2 from Carter, runner not going. This one into dirt, and a good block by David Hall. The 2-2. Hard ground ball into left field. Base hit for Rivera. Cabrera stops at second. So the Tigers batting now, 2 on and 1 out. That one split Molina and Alexo perfectly. No chance for either man. 5th hit for the Tigers. 2 on, 1 out. Right fielder Richard Mateo flew out to center his first time up. Pitching coach Xavier German on his way to the mound. We've mentioned a few times this season, he used to work with both the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. Joining Coach Copeland for the first time this season, and we are very happy to have him and his experience. Spring training action getting underway in about 25 minutes. Braves and Detroit. Phillies at the Yankees down in Tampa. St. Louis and the Washington Nationals split squad. Tampa Bay visits Pittsburgh. Boston and Toronto. Houston at the Mets. That's all the grapefruit action beginning in the 1 o'clock hour. Carter winds and delivers. And the first pitch to Mateo is strike 1. Let you know the Cactus League games as we get opportunities. Carter works quickly. The 0-1. Fouled off, no balls, 2 strikes. San Francisco at Colorado. And some night games tonight. Baltimore at Minnesota at 7. High drive, well hit in the right field, but Pedraza was playing deep and he's there to make the play. Cabrera returns to second. Alberto Rivera at first, 2 down. Third baseman Tyler Rich coming up. He drew a 2-out walk in the third, and that opened the door to a 3-run rally for the Tigers. Washington split squad at Miami tonight at 7. Carter's first pitch is ground ball down the left field line. Past Molina for a hit. Cabrera will round third. Here's a throw to the plate. It's off the mark. Throw to second is out. The run will count as Carlos Cabrera scored ahead of the throw to second. Credit Rich with an RBI single. And he is caught. 7-2-4 to retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits. 1 man left. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Edward Waters leads 4-0. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Ed Waters. No runs, 2 hits for Trinity Baptist, and TJ Lanning due to lead off, followed by Richard Ruth and Gabby Pedraza. TJ Lanning grounded to short. His first time up, that came in the 1st inning. First pitch is outside for ball 1. One more night game in spring training action. Tell you about after this pitch. Curveball chopped to the third baseman, Rich. His throw to first is in time. Close play at first, but Lanning is out. Seattle split squad at the Angels at 8:10 p.m. Eastern Time. So there is today's Major League spring training action. First baseman Richard Ruth grounded out to first, his first time up. 1 ball, no strikes. Chop foul, evens up the count at 1-1. That last play, good job by David Hall. He recognized he did not have the out at the plate. Came off the plate, threw to second, got the runner, and this hard hit ball off the glove of Cabrera. We'll see how it's scored, but Ruth is on his way to second. That is going to go as a hit. Official scorekeeper, so that's going to be a double for Richard Ruth down the right side. Alexa Goodwin, our official scorekeeper this afternoon. So a runner at second, 1 out. Right fielder Gabby Pedraza hit a hard ground ball right at the second baseman his first time up. Eagles trail by 4, but they have a runner at second with 1 out. They've left 2 men at third. Here is the pitch. Change up in there for a strike. Second, and from the stretch, there's a line drive headed toward the gap. The window is going to push it over, and a sliding catch by Mateo. He robbed Pedraza of at least a hit, possibly extra bases, and Pedraza, no luck today. He's hit 2 bullets that have both gotten caught. That ball was headed toward the gap. The wind has shifted a little bit across from left toward right and brought the ball into Richard Mateo, who made a sliding catch. From his knees, he got the out. A.J. Alexo grounded to short. That came in the second inning. So Ruth at second, 2 men out. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Rivera. Alexo with a chance to drive in a run. Outfield straight away, not too deep. The 1-0 curveball is in there for a strike. The wind is blowing in, so no need to play too deep. We've already seen it take balls both to and away from the outfielders. Edwards, the 1-1. Hit hard and knocked down. Throw to first is off the mark. The ball gets away, but Ruth will not try to score. Alexo hit the ball hard off the glove of Rich, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman. Shortstop Pontius, a valiant effort, made the play very close. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for Kevin Rivera. He flew out to right. That ended the second inning. So Eagles with an opportunity. Ruth at third, Alexo at first, and a pitch in there for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Ball in the dirt, it gets away. Here comes Ruth, and the Eagles are on the board. The run is unearned, but it is a 4-1 ball game. Alexo advances to second. And the wild pitch charged to Edwards. So Rivera up there with a count of 1-1 and a runner at second. 2 outs. And the pitch, low and inside, ball 2. Rivera ahead in the count. Has a chance to look for a pitch he likes. And the 2-1 Hit hard, but a nice play by Rich at third. Dropped to his knees, made sure the ball stayed in front, and got the out at first. Eagles get an unearned run. One hit, one error, one man left after 4. It's a 4-1 Tigers lead. We go to the top of the 5th, a 4-1 lead for Edward Waters College. And the Eagles have a new pitcher on the mound. Brian Lopez heads to the rubber. He was a designated hitter. I do not see any other changes on the defense, so the batting order will remain the same. Matt Carter out of the game. He pitched 4 innings. He allowed 4 runs, all of them earned. 6 hits, he walked 1 and did not strike out a Tiger. So Brian Lopez, new man for Coach John Copeland and pitching coach Xavier German. Edward Waters got 3 in the 3rd, an RBI single from Juan Brockamon, followed by a 2-run single from Jordan Pontius. They added another in the top of the 4th. Tyler Rich had an RBI base hit. He was thrown out at second base, trying to stretch it on the throw to the plate. Trinity came back with an unearned run in the bottom of the 4th. Richard Ruth doubled. He scored on a wild pitch. That run is unearned because there was an error, and it scored after 2 outs. And that's where we stand as we start the 5th. Top of the order, Brian Rodriguez. He is 2 for 2. Both of those slow rollers to the left side. He beat out the first one for a base hit, and the second one very well placed, just out of the reach, both Belina and Alexo. So 2 for 2 is Brian Rodriguez. He's the first man that Brian Lopez will face, and the lefty delivers, square around a bunt, fouled off. As a sophomore for Coach Copeland. In relief of Matt Carter. Fastball misses up and away. Two balls, no strikes, or rather 1-1 the count, and the pitch 2-1. Florida Gators, number 4 in the East region, will take on Wisconsin. That'll be later tonight in the Sweet 16. Here is a pitch on the inside corner, 2-2. Number 3 Baylor against number 7 South Carolina, also tonight. That game at 7:30. That Gator game much later tonight. That's scheduled for about 10 p.m. Catch that one on TBS. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, a chopper towards third. Belina will charge, field, and throw in time. Nice play by the junior Jacob Belina, 1 away. Kansas defeated Purdue last night, 98-66. Juan Brockamon steps in. He's 1 for 2. He has driven in a run and scored once. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Midwest number 1 seed Kansas taking on Oregon, the 3 seed. That'll be tomorrow. Breaking ball misses inside. Tomorrow at 8:49 p.m. Kind of a strange start time, but that's what it says on NCAA.com. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the South region, number 1 North Carolina will play number 4 Butler tonight, about 7:10. Lopez ready with the 1-2. In the dirt, evens up the count. In the West, number 1 Gonzaga, 61-58 over number 4 West Virginia last night. And Xavier knocked off Florida State 91-66. Number 11 Xavier over number 3 Florida State Seminoles. The 2-2, swing and a miss, he struck him out. First strikeout for Lopez. And he gets the first 2 men he faces. As Jordan Pontius steps to the plate, he had a 2-run single his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Lopez first pitch downstairs for ball 1. Good matchup between number 2 and number 3, Kentucky and UCLA in the South region. Tonight at 9:39 p.m. The 1-0. Ground ball towards Kevin Rivera. Scoop, toss, side retired. Lopez gets the Tigers in order in the top of the 5th. Bottom half coming up. The Eagles trail 4-1. One of the all-time baseball classic songs, John Fogerty's Center Field. It is a beautiful day for baseball here on the west side of Jacksonville. Temperatures in the low 70s. The wind has calmed down for the moment, but it has blown very hard straight in and kind of swirled on different occasions. Brian Lopez now pitching for the Eagles, leading off 8-9-1, due up for Trinity Baptist College, Lopez, Hall, and Bellina. Eagles trail by 3, 4-1. Edwards delivers a first pitch, and it's hit right at the third baseman, Tyler Rich. Long, strong throw to first, 1 away. Eagles are getting good, I want to say good wood, good aluminum on the ball. They're hitting the ball hard, but some atom balls have kept them off the bases. David Hall, the catcher, laid down a fantastic sacrifice bunt down the first baseline. Came very close to avoiding a tag and getting a base hit. This pitch is just a bit inside for ball 1. Edwards now 3 1/3 innings, 1 unearned run, 3 hits allowed. Fastball on the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1. Swing swing and a miss. All down in the count now, 1-2. Curveball, and Hall stays alive. Edwards hasn't struck anyone out, but he hasn't walked anyone either. He's gotten the ball over the plate and had some help by his defense. Like we said, some good hard hit atom balls off the bats of the Eagles. This is a line drive, slicing away from center fielder Rodriguez, and a base hit for David Hall. Ball started off directly toward the center fielder, but it had a lot of spin on it, and Hall has himself a base hit. Christian Draper will be the courtesy runner for the catcher. Draper, very good speed, does a lot of running. Jacob Bellina at the plate, man at first, 1 out. Good curveball in there for a strike. The 0-1 is lofted into left field. The wind carrying it away, but Beltre is able to run it down. The wind had calmed down for a moment, but it picked up while the ball was in flight. Kept it up in the air for Beltre to run under it, 2 away. So another well-hit ball run down. And at the plate with 2 outs, John Shiver. He's 0 for 1. Draper off, curveball, throw down to second is beauty, and Draper is out. Draper can run. That was a laser beam from the catcher, Alberto Rivera. So side retired, Shiver will lead off when the Eagles come up in the 6th. After 5, Ed Waters leads 4-1. Top of the 6th, heart of the batting order for the Tigers. Miguel Beltre, Carlos Cabrera, Jacob Frankie due up. Good to see Trinity Christian Academy Conqueror center fielder and pitcher Chad Ragland in the bleachers. His older brother Cody is a former Eagles catcher and now an assistant coach under Mr. John Copeland. So, Chad in attendance. Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors made it to the championship game of the Sarasota Classic Tournament this week. They won 3 straight ball games, fell 3-2 last night to a 7A team by the name of Tate High School. But they had a fantastic run in the Sarasota Classic. Miguel Beltre has gone to right field twice, 0 for 2. 1 ball, no strikes. Brian Lopez in his 2nd inning of work came in relief of Matt Carter last inning. Got the Tigers out 1-2-3. Fastball misses up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Conquerors 8-4 on the season. trying to get back to the state playoffs. They were the state champions 2 years ago in Class 4A. Made it to the regional final last year and looking to head back down to JetBlue Park in mid-May. High pop fly. The wind is going to push it away from Alexo, but he stays with it. One away. Base is empty, one out for the first baseman, Carlos Cabrera. He singled to lead off the fourth, ended up scoring a run. 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth for the Tigers, 1 in the bottom of the fourth for Trinity Baptist College. Cabrera 1 for 2 on the afternoon with that run scored. This is the first time he is facing Lopez, and he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Fastball right down the middle. Cabrera taking all the way. The 1-1 is downstairs for ball 2. Lopez working from the stretch even with the bases empty. He works quickly. Here's the 2-1. Fouled off to the right side. Carter and Lopez for the Eagles. Richard Edwards for the Tigers. All working very quickly. Not taking much time. Hitters better be ready when they step into the box. Lopez with the 2-2. Ground ball, just foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 6th. Been a fast-paced ball game. Lopez with the pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. Cabrera tipped it. David Hall held on. That is strikeout number 2 for the lefty. Jacob Frankie, the designated hitter. He is 0 for 2. He is grounded to second, and he flew out to left his last time up. First pitch hit hard but foul. Our doubleheader tomorrow is scheduled to begin at 12 noon between Edward Waters and Trinity Baptist. The pitch, a breaking ball, slow curve, and a beauty. Good take by Frankie. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one down the line, just missing the bag. From our angle, it was tough to tell. Home plate umpire looking right down the line. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2, a breaking ball lofted down the right side and landing foul. Just out of the reach of Richard Ruth. So once again, no balls, 2 strikes on Jacob Frankie. And the wind picking up. Blowing in more from right field now than center. It's been a fussy wind. Can't seem to make up its mind which direction it wants to blow. Line drive, well hit into right center, and a base hit for Frankie. It also can't seem to make up its mind how long it wants to blow. 2 out, runner at first for the catcher, Alberto Rivera. He is 1 for 2. He's gone to right, and he's singled into left. First hit off of Brian Lopez. He got the first 5 men he faced. And the first pitch to Rivera, outside corner for strike 1. Long drive, well hit into left field. Lannon going back, and he is there to make the play. That'll retire the side. Very well hit ball from Alberto Rivera. One hit, one man left. Bottom of the sixth coming up. Edward Waters 4, Trinity 1. Eagles trailing 4-1 as they come to bat in the bottom of the sixth. John Shiver, TJ Lanning, and Richard Ruth, the scheduled hitters. Shiver was at the plate when Christian Draper was caught trying to steal. That ended the bottom of the fifth. So Shiver up there once again with a fresh count. Richard Edwards has gone 5 innings. He's allowed 1 unearned run, 4 hits. Eagles have hit the ball well, just can't seem to find a hole. Some great defensive plays, some balls hit right at the Tigers defenders as well. First pitch misses down and in for ball 1. Wind blowing in very hard at the moment. Nice play by Rich. Once again, he throws to first. And another ball hit hard and turned into an out. Can't fault the Eagles hitters. They are putting very good swings on the ball and hitting it hard. Tigers playing some great defense. TJ Lanning takes the first pitch upstairs. He is nothing out of 2. He's also hit the ball hard a couple of times. Gone to short and to third. Fastball misses for ball 2. Edwards a long look in. Now he's ready with the 2-0. Fastball at the knees. Good pitch. 2-1. Lanning swings and fouls it off. A breaking ball. Count even now, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, line drive, base hit into right. So very good at bat for Lanning. He's aboard with 1 out. Hit number 5 for the Eagles. First baseman Richard Ruth got himself a double down the line his last time up in the 4th inning. Big hole on the right side as Brockamon playing a little more toward the middle. And the pitch, well hit, line drive into center field. That drops down for a hit. Rodriguez cuts it off, keeps the runners at first and second. And the Eagles hoping to start a rally here in the 6th. One out, 2 men on for Gabby Pedraza. He's had some tough luck today. He's hit the ball very hard both times up, only to have it caught both times. First pitch, another smoked ball right at the second baseman. Brockamon to short, and the relay throw from Pontius completes the double play. Eagles get 2 hits. Pedraza again, very tough luck. 4-6-3 double play, retires a side, so 1 man left. After 6, Edward Waters 4, Trinity 1. Brian Lopez having some fun with the Tigers fans down the first base line. You might have seen that blooper warm-up pitch getting a nice ovation from the Tigers dugout and bleachers. He's able to laugh it off. Good sport out there on the mound. And he's done a good job in 2 innings. 1 hit. He retired the first 5 men he faced. And they'll have the bottom of the order, 8, 9, and 1 due up. Richard Mateo, Tyler Rich, and Brian Rodriguez for Edward Waters College. And leading things off is the right fielder, Richard Mateo. He's flown out to center and right. So nothing out of 2. Gabby Pedraza has hit the ball very hard 3 times. That last one, unfortunately, though, turned into a double play. Nice turn by Pontius at second to get the relay throw in time. First pitch misses, down and in for ball 1. Breaking ball. Mateo started to swing but held up in time. So 2-0, Lopez from the stretch, chopped foul. Ray Bureau enjoying bringing you the action here on live stream through TBCEagles.com. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 12 noon for the doubleheader between the Eagles and the Tigers. This one misses, 3 balls and a strike. (3-1) lifted high into center field. Shiver and Pedraza giving chase. It'll be the right fielder, Gabby Pedraza, for out number 1. Third baseman Tyler Rich. He's made a couple of terrific plays at the hot corner. You saw one in the top half, or bottom half of the 6th rather, off the bat of John Shiver. And a pitch, a little bit inside. One ball, no strikes. Outside, 2-0. Top of the order, Brian Rodriguez due up next. The 2-0 from Lopez is popped foul, out of play. So Tyler Rich ready for a 2-1. Lopez delivers, misses outside. Three balls, 1 strike. Looper towards Ruth at first. He charges in and digs it up right at the top of the grass. Nice play by the Eagles' first baseman, 2 away. So Lopez fell behind, battled, and got the out. Rich hit that ball right off his fists. Nice play by Ruth. 2 outs, bases empty for the center fielder, Brian Rodriguez. 2 for 3, and he swings and misses the first pitch. Top of the 7th, Edward Waters leads 4-1. Rodriguez 2 for 3 with a run scored, and he pokes one foul down the third baseline. Lopez ahead 0-2. He has struck out 2, allowed 1 hit in 2 2/3 innings, and the 0-2 is downstairs and in the dirt. Lopez in relief of Carter. Matt Carter went the first 4. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lopez delivers. Lofted down the right side, and the wind will push that one foul. The wind has been swirling. It's been blowing straight in from center most of the time. Well, we've also had it go across from left to right. So it's been shifting and swirling, gusting, calming down, making it tough on the outfielders. But outfielders in both teams have done a terrific job playing that wind. Here's a ground ball to Rivera at second. Easy flay to first, and that'll retire the side. Lopez has retired 9 out of 10 men. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Edward Waters leads 4-1. Bottom of the 7th, the Eagles trail 4-1. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the batting order. A.J. Alexo, Kevin Rivera, Brian Lopez. Tigers pitcher Richard Edwards has gone the distance. 6 innings, 1 unearned run. He has allowed 6 Eagles hits. And as we've said a couple of times already, the Eagles have hit the ball hard the entire game. A lot of atom balls. Alexo 0 for 2. He's grounded to short, reached on an error. Good curveball from Edwards. No balls and a strike. Fastball catches the outside corner. Edwards ahead quickly, 0-2. The 0-2 is downstairs. It was a good pitch by Edwards, even though it missed the strike zone. You're ahead in the count. 0-2, you can try to get the hitter to chase one. And a long drive, well hit into center field, but it's going to get knocked down for a base hit. Again, the wind came into play, and this time benefited the Eagles. Rodriguez looked like he was there, and the ball just suddenly died down. Hit number 7 for Trinity Baptist. Alexo hit the ball well, and now there's some discussion. And Tigers claiming that the ball was caught. Both umpires have said the ball hit the ground for a base hit. We got argument going on, but the call is going to stand. A base hit for A.J. Alexo. So the Eagles have the leadoff man aboard. Bottom of the 7th, Kevin Rivera, the second baseman, at the plate. It was a well-hit line drive. Center fielder Brian Rodriguez looked like he was right there. Then the wind just knocked the ball down. He went down, and the ball appeared to hit the ground, and that's what the call was. Tigers unhappy with the call, but Alexo is aboard. Kevin Rivera is 0 for 2. He has flied out to right, grounded to third. Tyler Rich has played some terrific third base today. Runner not going, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Alexo has a good lead at first, got a good secondary. And the 0-1. Line drive, base hit into left field, and the Eagles in business to start the 7th. Again, the Eagles have hit the ball well the entire game, and now they have found a couple of holes. Pitcher Brian Lopez, he is 1 for 2. He started off as a designated hitter. He has gone to the left side both times. First time for a hit, second time a ground out to the third baseman Rich. 2 on, nobody out. Cabrera will hold the runner at first. Alexo aboard at second, Kevin Rivera at first. Both singled their way aboard. Lopez bunts, gets it down. Edwards will throw to first. He'll get the out, but a sacrifice bunt moves both runners. Alexo to third, Rivera to second, 1 away. Good job by the pitcher laying down the bunt. Catcher David Hall is 1 for 1. He singled into right field his last time up. Earlier in the ball game, he laid down a sac bunt. Big opportunity for the Eagles. Second and third, 1 man out. No action in the Edward Waters bullpen, so this game belongs to Edwards, and the pitch is chopped foul down the left side. Good speed on the bases. Alexo at third, Kevin Rivera at second. Good contact, should get at least 1. And the 0-1. Chopper up the middle. The play to the plate, and he is out. A fantastic job by Jordan Pontius. He cuts down the runner. That's a fielder's choice for David Hall. Kevin Rivera advances to third. 6-2 on the putout. There are 2 away, but the Eagles have runners at the corners, and Christian Draper again will be the courtesy runner for David Hall. Pontius, even with a 3-run lead, not content to get the easy out at first. He cuts down the runner trying to score. He made a terrific throw. Jacob Molina at the plate. A lot of room on the right side. Breaking ball misses inside for ball 1. Now Cabrera will play behind the runner at first, so Draper can get a big lead, and he can run. Not going, a chopper towards Cabrera. He's going to field it himself and retire the side. The defensive play by shortstop Jordan Pontius kept the Eagles from scoring, and after 7, Edward Waters leads 4-1. Been a very fast-paced ball game. We have played 7 full innings in about an hour and a half. Edward Waters leads 4-1. Brian Lopez has done a terrific job in relief. He's pitched 3 innings. He's allowed 1 hit, nothing else, and he struck out a couple of Tigers. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Juan Bracamon, Jordan Pontius, Miguel Beltre for Edward Waters College as we start the top of the 8th. Bracamon leading things off. He is 1 for 3, but he drove in a run with a single in the 3rd and later on scored. He did that on the 2-run single from Jordan Pontius. Lopez starting his 4th inning. First pitch, line foul very hard right into the Edward Waters dugout. Let's hope everyone's all right. And no problems in the dugout. Lopez ahead, no balls and a strike. This one down in the dirt, 1-1. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. 1 run, 8 hits for the Eagles. Both teams have played very good defense as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excellent play by Jordan Pontius to cut a runner down at the plate, keep the Eagles off the board in the 7th. And this breaking ball stays inside and hits Bracamon. So the leadoff man aboard here in the 8th. Shortstop Jordan Pontius, he's 1 for 3. We mentioned that 2-run single he had in the 3rd. That brought in Bracamon and Brian Rodriguez. Runner at first, nobody out. Only the second base runner Lopez has allowed. And the pitch is downstairs for ball 1. A big secondary lead from Jordan Pontius. Lopez looking right at the runner. The 1-0. Downstairs, throw to first, runner back. We mentioned Pontius is getting a big secondary lead. David Hall trying to keep him honest. It was a fairly close play. But Bracamon back. 2-0 to Pontius. Line drive. Alexo makes the play, and that's going to be an easy double play. That ball went right at A.J. Alexo. He didn't have to move a muscle. And it was an easy double play as Bracamon well off the bag. 2 down. Miguel Beltre at the plate. He is nothing out of 3. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Beltre has gone to right twice. Popped up to the shortstop in the 6th. Good fastball. A lot of movement on that pitch, and Beltre takes it for strike 1. Beautiful slow curve, and it gets the inside corner. Temperatures seem to have cooled down a little bit. We started out about 73 degrees. Wind's been blowing on and off all afternoon. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No rain in the forecast for the entire weekend. Two balls, 2 strikes. Line drive right back up the middle. A base hit for Miguel Beltre. So with 2 outs, the Tigers have a runner at first, and it brings up the first baseman, Carlos Cabrera. He is 1 for 3. Scored a run in the 4th. Coach Copeland making his way to the mound. So we're going to have a timeout. That'll give us a chance to let you know what's going on in spring training. Braves and Tigers are scoreless after 2. Philadelphia leads the Yankees 2-0. Phillies coming to bat in the top of the 3rd. Cardinals and Washington scoreless. Bottom of the 2nd, the Nationals hitting. They have a split squad playing the Cardinals. Pittsburgh leads Tampa Bay 1-0 with the Rays batting in the top of the 3rd. Lopez is staying on the mound. He has done a terrific job. 3 2/3 innings. 2 hits. Toronto leads the Red Sox 2-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Houston and the Mets are scoreless in the 2nd. Beltre aboard at first. 2 outs for Carlos Cabrera. The first pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. Those are the only games underway in spring training action. Curveball misses inside. Hall's able to knock it down and keep the runner Beltre at first. 1-1 on the Tigers' first baseman. This pitch is in the dirt, and Hall again drops to his knees to keep the ball in front. Two and 1 the count to Cabrera. And 3rd straight pitch missed low. And wouldn't you know, just a minute after I say no rain in the forecast, a couple of drops hit me. (3-1) the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Cabrera thought it might be ball 4. He will return to the plate. Lopez delivers a payoff pitch. The runner's off, and a line drive foul down the right side. Beltre with the automatic hit and run. He'll be off on the pitch once again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner going, swing and a lofter towards second. Rivera will field and throw to first in time. Slow line drive, kind of knuckled on Lopez. He got the glove up there, but Kevin Rivera behind him is able to make the play. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Eagles trail by 3. Bottom of the 8th, Eagles trail 4-1. 2, 3, and 4 due up. John Shiver, TJ Lanning, Richard Ruth. Richard Edwards has gone the distance, 7 innings, 1 unearned run. The Eagles have gotten 8 hits off of him, had a lot of other hard hit balls caught. 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth for Ed Waters, 1 in the fourth for Trinity, and that's where we stand. John Shiver, 0 for 2. He's laid down a sac bunt, grounded out twice, hit the ball hard both times. First pitch of the bottom of the 8th, ground ball to the shortstop, Pontius, throw to first. Shiver appeared to beat it out, but he did not get the call, and the Eagles very unhappy with the call. Shiver hustling down the line. He thought he beat the throw. Eagles fans and teammates also thought Shiver beat it. Coach John Copeland heading on over. Looked like Shiver had the throw beaten, but he is called out. TJ Lanning waiting an opportunity. He is 1 out of 3. Juan Brockamont drove in a run in the third. That got the Tigers on the board. Jordan Pontius followed with a 2-run single. Tyler Rich, Brian Rodriguez, and Brockamont scoring those 3 runs in the third. Tyler Rich then drove in Carlos Cabrera in the fourth. Eagles' only run so far. Richard Ruth scored on a wild pitch after he doubled in the fourth. That was an unearned run. And that's where we stand. Lanning heading to the plate. He's 1 for 3, singled into right field his last time up. Richard Edwards' first pitch swung on and missed. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th, and the pitch. Good curve ball in there for strike 2. And the 0-2 misses down and away. Ruth waiting on deck. He has a couple of hits to his credit today. Line drive toward the gap, slicing, and it is down for a hit. Lanning on his way to second. He will pull in there with the double. So that call on Shiver looming large here in the bottom of the 8th. That ball continued to slice away from Rodriguez and split the center fielder and the right fielder. That's a 1-out double for TJ Lanning. Hit number 9 for the Eagles. Richard Ruth is 2 for 3. He doubled and scored in the 4th, singled in the 6th. First pitch drilled into center field, a base hit. Lanning will stop at third as Rodriguez got to the ball quickly and got it in a hurry. So again, that call on Shiver now looming huge, as the Eagles now have runners at the corners with 1 out. Hit number 10 off the bats of the Eagles. Gabby Pedraza's had some tough luck today. You can't hit the ball much harder than he has, and I'm talking all 3 times up. He's grounded out to second twice. That last time in the 6th resulted in a double play. He also lined very hard to the right fielder, Richard Mateo. 1 out. Chance to drive in a run. TJ Lanning at third. He doubled, and he advanced on the single you just saw from Richard Ruth. Again, another nice defensive play by the Tigers. Brian Rodriguez got to the ball quickly, got it in, made sure Lanning stopped at third. A good call by Coach Copeland. That ball was in shallow center field, and the Eagles need 3 to tie. So Edwards will work from the stretch. First pitch is fouled off. No balls and a strike on Pedraza. And the 0-1 line drive, and Pedraza finds a hole. 3 consecutive hits for the Eagles has resulted in a run, an RBI single for Gabby Pedraza, and it's 4-2. Ruth at second, Pedraza aboard. 1 out, 2 men on for AJ Alexo, and it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Sean Moose at the plate. He's batting for Alexo. Ruth at second, Pedraza at first. Moose with his first opportunity today. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back, takes it low for ball 1. Coach Copeland works with the bunting, and many of these Eagles hitters are very capable of getting down the bunt. 1 ball, no strikes. Moose squares. Good bunt. He has a chance to beat it out. Edwards cannot field the ball, and everybody's safe. That is a base hit for Sean Moose, and the Eagles have the bases loaded with 1 man out. Kevin Rivera, the second baseman, due up. He is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. Hit number 11 for the Eagles. There is action in the Tigers bullpen. 2 men up and throwing. Rivera at the plate. Remember, the Eagles are without Jeremy Rivera. He's up in New York tending to some family matters involving his grandmother, so we wish the Rivera family well. Jeremy should be back when the Eagles hit the road after tomorrow's ball game. Family's a lot more important, however, so we certainly understand. Kevin Rivera with a chance to possibly tie the game. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a good pitch by Edwards. Good take by Rivera. He wants a ball he can drive into the outfield to get at least 1 run home. The 0-1. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Edwards ahead in the count, 0-2. This would be a big strikeout if he's able to get it. The 0-2. Chopper, gonna be a tough play. Rich throws home, and the force out, and the throw to first. And Rivera was not hustling all the way, and we got another discussion. Is that throw to first? As it stands now, it's gonna be a 5-2-3 double play. Fans are saying the ball was fouled, but the umpire says the ball was in play. So 5-2-3 on the double play, and that ends the inning. The Eagles get a run on 3 hits, leave 2 after 8. Edward Waters leads 4-2. Top of the ninth, the Eagles got a run in the eighth to pull to within 2. The discussion at first, Kevin Rivera saying the ball was fouled off his foot. That was not the call. It turned into a 5-2-3 double play to end the inning. And the Tigers leading 4-2 as we start the ninth. Jacob Frankie, Alberto Rivera, Richard Mateo are the scheduled hitters. Brian Lopez still on the mound for Trinity, and the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Lopez has worked 4 innings. He has allowed 2 hits, and he struck out a couple. Chopper towards first. Ruth with the play, unassisted for 1 away. Three straight hits for the Eagles led to a run. Make that 4 after the successful bunt by Moose. He beat the play. And a high pop fly right by the plate. The wind pushing it, but Hall is there to make the play. So Brian Lopez now with 4 2/3 scoreless innings. Looking ahead to the ninth, Lopez will lead off, followed by Draper, Bellina, and Shiver. Richard Mateo's 0 for 3. High fly ball, shallow left center. Lanning calling off the shortstop, and he makes the play. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Brian Lopez. Eagles need 2 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Edward Waters leads 4-2. Bottom of the ninth in a 4-2 ball game. The Eagles need at least 1 base runner to bring the potential tying run to the plate. Brian Lopez, David Hall, and Jacob Bellina are the first 3 hitters scheduled. If anyone gets on, John Shiver, TJ Lanning, and Richard Ruth could have opportunities. Lopez 1 for 2 officially. He's also laid down a sacrifice bunt. On the mound, he has been fantastic. 5 scoreless innings of 2-hit ball for Lopez, but right now his job is to get on base. Richard Edwards trying to finish off what he started, and his first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Edwards has allowed 11 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. And the pitch, breaking ball, catches the corner. Well, that discussion at first, easy to forget. I'll tell you in a second what I'm talking about. This one's fouled off. Tyler Rich made a great play charging in. And again, instead of going for the easy out at first, he cut the runner down at the plate. That's the second one the Eagles have had thrown out at the plate today. Rich, then, and earlier in the ball game, shortstop Jordan Pontius got Alexo trying to score. 2-2 to Lopez. Check swing, and he went around. So 1 out for David Hall. 1 for 2, sack bunt, single, and a fielder's choice. It was on Hall's fielder's choice that Pontius made that throw home. And he made a bullet laser beam throw, cut down the runner. 1 ball, no strikes, swing and a miss and a high fastball. Top of the order is on deck. Again, the Eagles with 11 hits, but they've had many more hard hit balls caught. This pitch is upstairs. In fact, that strikeout on Lopez you just saw, that's number 1 for Richard Edwards. He's in the 9th inning. Line drive into left field. Will it get down? No, it won't. A sliding catch by the left fielder, Miguel Beltre, is out number 2. That's happened all afternoon where the Eagles have hit the ball well, and a Tiger defender has made some kind of very good play. 2 down for Jacob Molina. He's 1 out of 4. Pitch is downstairs for ball 1. Remember, tomorrow at 12 noon, doubleheader between these same 2 teams right here. Live stream from TBCEagles.com. Molina fouls it off, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, this one's gone by very quickly. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark, and we're in the bottom of the 9th. The 1-1. This one hits Molina, and the Eagles do get the tying run to the plate. There are 2 outs. John Shiver looking to keep it alive for the heart of the order. Shiver's 0 for 3. He's had a couple of those hard hit balls end up in a Tiger glove. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Had a few raindrops a few minutes ago, but everything's cleared up now. No balls and a strike. Cabrera not holding the runner. Ground ball headed into left field, and it's through for a base hit. So the Eagles still alive with the potential tying runs on base. Hit number 12 for Trinity Baptist. TJ Lanning doubled to the fence his last time up. Very good speed on the bases. Both Molina and Shiver can run, but that looks like that's going to be all for Richard Edwards. Number 17, Kelsey Bradley, in relief of Edwards, who went 8 2/3 innings. He allowed 12 hits, but only 2 runs. One of those was earned. So Bradley in there in a save situation. Of course, Edwards would be the winning pitcher. But TJ Lanning trying to make sure that does not happen. Kelsey Bradley coming in, 450 earned run average, no win-loss record. No saves. He's pitched 2 innings on the season. If he can get Lanning, he will pick up his first save. First 2 men went down. Jacob Molina was hit by a pitch, and John Shiver just singled into left field. And Kelsey Bradley trying to shut the door. The wind has picked up once again and blowing in very hard. Lanning has some power. He's gone deep this year. Right now, he just needs to find a gap, get at least 1 run home, and keep this inning alive. If Lanning is able to reach, Richard Ruth will be up next. there you see the game on the bases. Both Bellina and Shiver, very good speed. Lanning checks in to face Kelsey Bradley. Bradley, a 6'3" senior. Trying to save it for Richard Edwards. And Bradley's first pitch. Line drive, lofted rather, down the right side and out of play. And a nice catch by the reliever in the bullpen. It doesn't count, but he made a nice catch. So both runners return to their bases. Lanning looking to get one through the infield, bring home at least one. 2 out, so the runners will be moving at the crack of the bat. The 0-1, a breaking ball misses. Tying runs are on base, 2 out. Bradley, a long look in, now he steps off. Outfield's #1 job is to make sure they knock the ball down, keep that second run from scoring. The 1-1, check swing, and they're saying he went around. Eagles fans very unhappy with the call. Lanning does not agree either, but he's in the count 1-2. Bradley working from the stretch, the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle, knocked down and a flip play by Pontius, and that's the ball game. Pontius made another fantastic play. He snared that one, kept it out of center field, and a flip no-look pass on the spin, and that ends the ball game. That's happened to the Eagles all afternoon. Credit the Tigers for the defense they have played. Final score, Edward Waters College 4, Trinity Baptist College 2. Winning pitcher, Richard Edwards, 8 2/3 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned, 12 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. Matt Carter takes a loss, 4 innings pitched. He allowed all 4 runs. Brian Lopez, 5 scoreless innings in relief. A terrific job keeping the game close. He served up only 2 hits and struck out 2. We'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon, 12 noon, doubleheader start time here on TBCEagles.com. For Dean Bureau and Coach John Copeland and all of TBC, I'm Raymond Bureau saying good afternoon and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.